Hello, this is Math 2270 coming to you from the College of DuPage, and the title of this lecture is Math 2270 Fall 22 Opening Reflections. As always, please be an attentive listener while watching this video. An analogy I like to make is that we're on a shared journey. We take off from a source point and we arrive at a destination at the end of the term, and together we're flying along in a common vessel. Now, this is an apt analogy for a shared journey, but I am part of your flight crew. I'm the instructor of the course, but you guys are more than passengers, you're learners. And so our shared journey is one of teaching and learning, and so your role is much bigger than being a passenger. But we are flying through potentially cloudy skies, and so keep your seatbelts fastened and stay engaged. Now, we're fortunate to be studying mathematics, and the great Galileo said that mathematics is a language with which God has written the universe. I do believe that this is true, and I do believe that God is a mathematician. But we're not just studying math, we're studying differential equations. And so people very much more recent than Galileo have spoken with great respect for this. Mandelbrot said, "Nature does not make leaps. If you assume continuity, you can open the well-stocked mathematical toolkit of continuous functions and differential equations, the saws and hammers of engineering and physics, for the past 2 centuries and for the foreseeable future." And Poincaré, who was considered the master of all mathematics during his time frame, and in fact the last person to have been recognized that way, similarly said, "Newton has shown us that a law is only a necessary relation between the present state of the world and its immediate subsequent state. All the other laws since discovered are nothing else. They are in sum differential equations." So our topic is a very important one. This is the section that we have. They have not canceled it yet anyway, and that's good. And the small enrollment actually can be a plus. We're meeting from, let's see, Tuesdays and Thursday evenings from 7 p.m. to 8:50 p.m. in the Berg Instructional Center. This is in the basement, so we will be safe from storms and other kinds of things. Room 1435. This is the description of the course. We will study this and more, actually, I think. Equations of first order with applications, homogeneous linear equations of higher order with constant coefficients, non-homogeneous linear equations of higher order with constant coefficients, Laplace transform methods, applications of higher order differential equations, linear equations with variable coefficients, power series solutions, systems of linear equations, and numerical solutions. There are authentic prerequisites, Calc 3 with a grade of C or better, and you will be expected to be able to do integrals, certainly in this course. This is the book that we're going to be using. It's the first course in differential equations with modeling applications. This is the 11th edition of Zill's book, and there's numerous formats, but this is the book that we're going to be using. Actually, the book we're going to be using is here, and that's a picture of the student resource manual that you don't have to purchase. Just the book is the recommended text for this course. My name is Patrick James Bradley. My friends call me Jim. You can call me Jim if you want. You also can call me Professor Bradley if that makes you more comfortable. This is my third career. Actually, my life began before my career. I was born and raised in Davis County, Indiana. That is far south in Indiana. This is more or less what I look like today. I sort of resemble Santa Claus. I have had 3 distinct careers, studying applied mathematics and other mathematics at Purdue. And there came a time when there was no more math for me to study at Purdue. And so I went into industry for around 20 years. While here I did applied mathematics and engineering and managed groups that did applied mathematics and engineering, and mostly we were involved in support of exploratory product development initiatives. I began at Bell Labs and went other places as well. And for the past dozen years or so, I've been at the College of DuPage. I've taught every math course that we offer at the College of DuPage. And recently, during the COVID times, I reflected on what really was important to me, and I came up with three things in this order of importance. The number one thing is to teach the highest quality course I possibly can. I never want you to feel that you need to apologize and say, well, I just took differential equations at the College of DuPage. I think we can teach you a good course, and we'll teach you an excellent course. I also wanted to be mindful of students' challenges. Everybody has challenges, and some of them are significant challenges. And I work very hard to accommodate students' challenges, but some things are, too challenging to accommodate, and that's one of the reasons this is my number two thing. And then within a wholesome discipline, I render grades gently, but in calculus-related disciplines, sometimes this is sterner, although having a small class might actually help us in this regard. Okay, so that is. Also, will be sponsoring for this class in partnership with the Learning Commons, a guided study group. And a guided study group is where we pay someone to help us with the course and to facilitate some structure with the guided study group. Our guided study group leader is a College of DuPage Learning Commons legend. Jesse Hayes Carver has been working in the Learning Commons for fully 10 years, and he has a master's degree in mathematics, and one day will be teaching at a college, either COD or somewhere else. But he is our co-pilot on this. I've worked with Jesse many times on differential equations many times, and we could not do any better than him. And the whole concept of guided study groups, if students engage, really helps them succeed very significantly. And you can kind of see that from this stack chart. I do have pictures of Jesse Hayes Carver, but I chose not to use them because this is a little bit of a joke. The great mathematician Legendre wanted to be judged solely by his work, and these are in fact some remarks that Poincaré made at, Poisson. Poisson made these remarks at his funeral, and he said, Legendre often expressed a desire that speak of him. It really didn't want to be what he looked at, but just a question of his works, which were his whole life. And so Jesse Hayes Carver and I use this picture because Jesse actually is very focused on his work as well. And continuing the flight analogy, this is our world-class ground support team. The Math Assistance area has instructor-level professionals. I hang out here a lot, actually, ready 71 hours a week to help you with homework and explain concepts. And again, the numbers don't lie. The people who, and we're 2270, so we're at the top end of this, those are the success rates that happen with the general College of DuPage population, and these are the success rates that happen with the Learning Commons. These are, of course, significantly significant, and if you can take advantage of the guided study groups and these resources and provide serious and sustained engagement, which I expect there to be happy endings in this course. I do have to give you grades, and so begin and end with this mindset. This is really true. If you focus on learning the material, the grades will care for themselves. There will be three primary and equally weighted grading components. There will be low stakes assessments that I will normalize to 100 points. These will have take-home protocols. Help can be gained, and these are mostly about learning. And I expect for most students this will be their highest of the three grading components. Don't ask me how many of these are going to be, because that will depend on what happens during our flight, so that's all to be determined. But then there will be two things called high stakes assessments, which will be proctored exams. And so this will happen around midterm, and this will happen near the end, and this will be a comprehensive final exam. And this is the grading scale I plan to use. So there'll be 100, 100, 100, 300 points, and these percentages will give you those grades. And again, teaching you the very best content course possible is our prime objective. So, the road is long, and the incline is a bit steep, but beyond the horizon is good things. And again, the road is straight, so there's no curves in the road. So in closing, now more than ever, time is precious. Each day must count. Do the math, it'll make you strong. And now more than ever, take care of yourself, because self-care is important. And now more than ever, take care of each other, because we're all in this together. God bless you all, and I look forward to seeing you soon.